I've done this for Katrina a couple of times when she's been out, and it's like not often enough to remember everything that we do. Jenny Hughes is signing on. Can you hear us, Jenny? Jenny, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear.
All right, we can hear you now that I unmuted you, or you unmuted yourself. Okay, we're at 5:05, so we're going to get started, and as people sign on, as usual, up till about 5:10 they do, we'll have them introduce themselves. So what I'd like to do is we're going to go around the screen here and have each person give us a 30-second speech, their elevator speech, who they are, what they offer, and look at it two ways. What can you offer to the other people in this group, and then listen for what they do and see what they might be able to do for you. So as a networking group, we network in both directions. So I'm going to start since I'm already talking. I'm Chuck Hooper. I am a speaker and a speaker coach. I have been, up until recently, a business intelligence consultant, a Tableau software trainer, and was having more fun with the speaking side of the business. So I have kind of made the decision that as of right now, for a few weeks or a month ago, I am purely speaking and speaker coach and enjoying every minute of it.
Great.
Barbara.
Hi, I'm Barb Ingracia. I'm in Central Massachusetts, and I help people understand how they can use copyright law, the C in a circle, to achieve their goals, both as creators of content and users of others' content. We know it's so easy to search, copy, paste, send without thinking about who owns the rights to that content. And I enjoy working in workshop settings, as well as one-on-one consultations, and bring some awareness to copyright law so that people can avoid getting those letters in the mail from an attorney who's not their attorney saying, you have infringed on my stuff. So I like to bring some fun to a serious topic.
Awesome. Lena. Let me unmute. There we go.
Yes, hello. It's first
Fire
time.
away.
Yes, I'm driving, so unfortunately I cannot show my face, and it's pretty awkward. The phone is facing the ceiling of the car, so it might not be very helpful. So I'm recently to California. I'm originally from Russia, and I was 20 years working with the big international company.
Okay, and what do you hope to get from this group?
Helps small businesses and startups in San Francisco Bay Area. I'm trying to leverage the knowledge of the big corporations and bring it closer to the small business owners, the knowledge and the toolkit, which was previously not very much available to the small businesses. So helping to navigate in the
Yeah, you're cutting out a little. Okay, let's go to Jenny. Jenny.
Oh, there we go. Trying to get the video going here. Hi, everyone. My name is Jenny Hughes. I'm a speaker and a life coach. I teach people strategies of how to drop tension out of their minds and their bodies so that they're able to get in touch with their inner knowing. And I do workshops. I work with people one-on-one. I'm the president of my Toastmasters Club. And yeah.
What are you looking for from this group?
Oh, okay. Well, I just met Katrina at the BBC last week, and so I'm looking to network and find out how I can help other people and how I can be more effective in my marketing.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
JB, whoever JB is, I'm trying to unmute you and nothing is happening. Okay, JB, you're going to have to unmute yourself. Going once. If you're having trouble, JB, unmuting, put something in the chat window. Hover over the bottom of the screen, a chat button will show up. Put something in there, maybe we can help you through it. So let's go on to the fabulous Ada Lloyd. And, hey, there you go, you're unmuted.
Okay. Hi, Chuck. I am a coach and author and a writer, and I'm looking to find better ways to connect with people and broaden my reach and share my message in ways that work for them and work for me.
Sounds good. A little bit later, I want you to tell us about your new motivational videos that are coming out every day.
I'll be happy to.
Okay. Michael, I'm having, you're unmuted.
Yes.
Michael is our speaker today, so we're going to have him do a little introduction, and then when I'm ready to introduce him, I'll do a longer introduction.
Yeah, I'll do a quick 30 seconds. I'll just, I want to join the crew here. So Michael Marcial, I live in Utah, beautiful, super sunny, amazing, beautiful Utah. I can't say enough great things about it. I'm originally from Chicago. I know that you mentioned that we have some people from the Midwest area. I was just there last weekend speaking to an amazing group of entrepreneurs, but my thing is this hat right here kind of embodies it. I run the 5-Figure Workweek. It's an invite-only community. It's a mastermind, really, of now 34, almost 3,500 members. So it's not expensive. It's $5 a month, but it is exclusive, being invite-only. So very frequently, I will invite the people that I'm speaking in front of to be a part of that community. Some of the notable things about myself: I'm a dad to a 6.5-year-old going on 26.5-year-old. She rules my world, and rightfully so. She's amazing. I'd say if you want to know what I do, I'm a mentor. I call myself a mentor. I've been at this game, especially online, coaching and speaking at high levels for 15 years, and utilizing the internet to do so. I connect with amazing. I think when we put stuff out that's good, like, I've heard you say, hey, talk about your inspirational videos, talk about your content, talk about these things. Even copyright law, that's really interesting. I want to hear more about that too. Like, all of this is really great. You are definitely my people. I feel like when we put out amazing content, we can connect very simply and very easily with our ideal audience, which means we get to do cooler things, bigger impact, definitely more income. And that's what I'm all about. 5-Figure Workweek, $10,000 or more per week, I think is more than doable for us, especially in an online world where there's billions of people at our fingertips. And I just, it's my mission to connect more of those people with more of the people that they want to help.
Thank you. Look forward to hearing from you in a few minutes. JB, I think you're unmuted now. Can you give us a little 30 seconds about yourself?
Okay, sure. Sorry about that. I had to switch a line real quick. So I'm back. So I'm in Sacramento, and I'm not a speaker, but I like to learn and grow. So that's what I'm here for. What I do is I help companies with marketing, in particular those within the natural health and wellness arena, but I'm open to others. And I also publish Wellbeing Resource, which is a print and online directory of natural health and wellness practitioners.
Okay, and just to clarify, this is a speaker and entrepreneur networking group. So it's not just speakers, but assuming you're an entrepreneur, you have to sell your business. You have to get in front of people and tell them why they should hire you to do whatever you do. So having some speaking skills is critical. And a bunch of us try to address that too. I'm looking at my part from Katrina. Reminders, now it says, on upcoming things. This phone call is typically the first Tuesday of every month. And the next one is scheduled for June 4th. You go to the meetup group and sign up for the June 4th meeting. We would love to have all of you there, a bunch of us. I've seen Barbara on just about all of them, and Ada, myself. And every meetup has a lot of other people that show up from different parts of the country, different businesses, and everyone has something to offer. So June 4th. June 12th is the monthly meeting. It's in Roseville, California. Barbara, you better get your flight now. It's in Roseville at the Old Spaghetti Factory on Sunrise Boulevard. And that is a luncheon you can sign up for through the meetup group. It's, I think, $25 for lunch. You pay in advance or pay $35 at the door. We always have Katrina give a training session, and we typically have, or always, a 10-minute speaker, somebody trying out a new routine, a new sales pitch, anything they want, and they get feedback from the group. And we also have a 20-minute speaker that is there to inspire, motivate, and educate the rest of us. It's someone that has a presentation that should be pertinent to the entire group. So the lunch meetups are very good. I know Ada attends those on a regular basis. And we would like to see more of you there. So let's see, the next thing on the list is our guest speaker. Michael Marcial, getting into high-ticket coaching and speaking. Michael is a world-traveling entrepreneur, speaker, and a mentor with a passion to help others to succeed online. In the past 14 years, Michael has utilized his experience in social media and marketing strategy to help his clients bring in almost $21 million in revenue. Michael's gift of creating profitable online businesses has also led him to create the #1 high-end digital community focused on impact and income, the 5-Figure Workweek. He credits his features in Inc. magazine, Forbes, and the Today Show to his unwavering desire to spread practical insights that will move you to action. Michael, you have the floor. Do you have slides or something you need to present?
You know, I always have slides, but I think for this, I'm just going to come to you straight.
Good.
I think I just want to connect.
Good, because I'd screw it up getting you there.
No worries. Actually, I love slides. I have a bunch just saved right here for us. But, you know, having said that, this is a new community for myself as well. And so I want to really connect with you guys and gals today. It looks like everybody's muted. That's amazing. Appreciate that.
I just did that.
You did. Okay. Awesome, Chuck. I appreciate that. I always forget, and sometimes I'll sneeze or I'll cough or I'll be chewing, and nobody wants that. So I'll just go, 10 minutes. If Chuck, if you wouldn't mind, maybe just give me a little note when we, maybe a little high five when we're about a minute out. I don't want to go over time. I have a tendency of talking a lot.
Feel free to go 15.
Okay. Well, you just wave me down. If you see
have content, we want to hear it.
All right. I got content. That's for sure. So if I see some eyes like really, like molasses, I'll get the hint. But I wholeheartedly love being here. I love showing up in person. I love connecting with people. Like I said, I'm based in Utah, but I'm flying around the world to travel and speak. I don't say that to impress people. I say that to impress upon you something, because when you hear some of my stories, when I get to share some of this here in just a minute, you'll understand how normal and how regular I actually am. Last week I was speaking in Chicago, which was really cool because that's my hometown. Speaking on stage, which is really freaking cool. And I'm saying this again because I want to give you some context. We hear a lot of information. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of people telling you what to do, what you should do, what you can do. And still, we don't know, maybe see the fruits of giving us. There's a lot out there, right? There's a lot out there. And my goal, my mission is to give you practical advice so you can win online. So you can stand out against the crowd. So you can start winning, finally winning. There's a ton of great information out there. I want to squeeze it down into a little bite size so you can do something with this information today. Okay. I met Katrina in January. We both spoke out in Los Angeles at a mutual friend of ours, Jake Ballantyne. He has a group that we both belong to. We both had the opportunity to speak there. We connected. We're like, we need to do something. We need to do something. And this is that something. So I get to bring some cool stuff here. So first and foremost, it seems like a lot of us, speaking, coaching, authors, entrepreneurs, leaders, experts in our own rights. And I want to take something back to the very beginning. And this is something that, again, after working with thousands of amazing, amazing people like we have here on this call that are in this very meetup group, one thing that tends to separate us and break us away from our competition, away from the people that are doing similar things. And it's the way we market our services. So the way that we market our business and what we're really doing. I took the initiative to write something up here on the board. I may even move I'm actually on my phone right now. I might move my phone closer so you can just see what's going on here. These are going to be my slides. I took some time to write this out. This content right here is literally, Katrina asked me to bring value. This right here is the basis for what some of my higher level clients we go through in their own programs. This is 5 and multiple 5-figure investments. And in fact, I'm going to just bring this in real close. So tell me if this is too shaky. I know this is unconventional, but that's me in a nutshell. I do things just as they feel right. So you're going to see these 3 concentric circles right here. And hopefully this isn't backwards for you. It's actually backwards for me. And if it is, I'll just walk you through it anyway. On the outside, and if we're talking about marketing ourselves, or we're talking about marketing our businesses, our coaching, our services, our speaking even, if we're talking about marketing anything, I promise you, this is the basis of literally tens of millions of dollars in sales for my clients. Okay, I want to give you the context so you can maybe have a little stronger bearing as to how important this is. And it's near and dear to my heart. But here on the outside, in this kind of orangey color, it says what they say they want. Okay, this is your ideal client. Okay, most of them are going to tell you what they want. Okay, it could be things like they want more clients, they want more stages, they want more interviews or podcasts, they want more exposure, bigger audience, they want time freedom, location independence. Okay, whatever it is that they are saying out loud, like they're telling you every single day, right? On social media, you can Google search what it is that people want to know. Okay, this is how we market. The terminology that your clients are using, the people on your social media, on your Facebook, on your Instagram or Twitter, wherever you're playing, wherever you're connected to your ideal client, they're already telling you what they want. Okay, it's our job to hear them and start using their vocabulary, their terminology. So for me, my clients typically say, I want more clients. I want to get on more stages. Michael, get me on more stages. I end up speaking 50 or 60 times a year. And so that's what I start telling people, like, hey, if you want more clients, if you want to get on bigger stages, if you want to do cooler things, I'm going to show you, boom, step 2. So I've heard what you say you want. Follow along. If you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself. I want this to be engaging, especially for the people that made it here live. You guys get a bonus for doing that. But this is what they've said they want. But now we have to be smarter than this, okay? We can't just say, oh, I'll get you clients and then try to figure it out from there. We already know what they need, okay? Because we are the professional. We already know what they need. But if I were to tell you, hey, I'm going to give you all the strategies, I'm going to give you all the implementation and support, Well, I don't wake up kicking myself thinking, if I only had more systems, right? I don't want systems, I want clients, okay? I don't want systems, I want money. I want freedom. I want whatever that thing is, right? We wake up thinking that. That is what our psychology is telling us. I'm not waking up hoping I have more systems. That sounds boring to me, and it sounds like more work. You feel me? Like nobody wants that. But to get their clients on more stages, they're going to need strategy and systems and implementation. Does that make sense? We know what they need, but we can't start the conversation that way. So this is what they say that they want, and that's what we market to our ideal client. Whatever they're telling you out loud is what we market. Now, step two is we have to know what they really want, okay? And again, I know this is unconventional. I guess I could have made a slide for this. That would have just been simpler. But I'm going to work smarter, not harder, JB. You freaking nailed it, okay? But we have to know what they really want. If they say that they want clients, I don't know anybody that just wants clients. I mean, yes, we want to help people. We want to serve people, right? But we also get to pay our bills, right? We also get to support our families. We also get to travel. We also get to do all the things that we want to do. We get to grow our business, have profit to market ourselves, do cool things, right? So what I know is when somebody says that they want more clients and more stages, more interviews, exposure, I know what they really want is income, significance, acknowledgement, more peace, whether it's financial or otherwise, more options in their business and their life. Does that make sense? So my offers, the things that I'm going to share with my people, are based on what they really want. Okay, that's why the 5-figure work week becomes really important to me. And you can see it on this bag. If it's not backwards, the tagline is impact and income. My people want to reach more people. They want to create a difference, especially with the stories and experience, wisdoms that they carry, you know, the knowledge that they carry over their years of experience, but they want to make more money at the same time. Does that make sense? So this becomes really important for me to connect with my ideal person. Okay, we're talking about reaching more people. We're talking about doing cooler things and fulfilling that purpose that we've been called to live out on this planet. Okay, so I get to start talking about how do we make more money. That's reflected in my own brand, right? 5-figure work week. It's represented in everything that I do. Significance. Hey, I know what you really want. You want to stand out against your surroundings, your peers. You want to break away from the pack. You want to start doing cool things. You want people from TEDx, like what happened to me just a couple of weeks ago. You want them to reach out to you, right? You don't want to have to apply to be on all these stages and get rejected a bunch, right? Last year, I spent 60 days on stage. Again, I want to give you context to why this is really important to me. Last year, I spent 60 days on stage and 0 times did I apply or email to be on those stages. I'm the most regular person you will meet, okay? The most regular. I just happen to talk about certain things so I can break through the noise, so I can connect with more of my audience. And ultimately, that's really important to me because I've been that guy that's failed and followed the advice that wasn't really leading to the results that I wanted. You feel me? You understand what I'm saying? Like that becomes really important to me for you to know this. I'm not some guru. I'm not some special person. I'm not unusually smart. I am super attractive. I don't know if you've caught this, but like we're regular people, but we have these skills that we get to share. So if we really want to break through the noise, I'm telling you that it's shown right here on the screen. So here's where we go deeper. And this is where the results really come from. I know that when you say that you want clients, what you really want is income. But what you need to get there is strategy. We need to know where we're going in our business. We need to know what it's going to take, systems to help manage my time, to help manage the projects that I'm working on, right? But if I start talking about these things, yes, maybe it might be interesting to you that we do funnels and design and brand design and promotional videos and online courses and all of that stuff, right? That might be really interesting to you, but you didn't wake up saying, oh my gosh, I wish I had another system in place. You might have said out loud, I really want to get on more stages. I want to have my online course complete. I want to have a promotional video that shows off what I do so I can connect with more people so I can make more money, right? But what is it going to take to get there? And what I know after 14 years of doing this day in and day out is that we need those strategies, because what if we build a company? What if we build a business or even an offer set? What if we start speaking at events that actually will never get us to those goals that we said we wanted, right? For me, I want to spend time with my daughter. I want to travel. I want to work with the people that I'm called to work with. I want to have fun. Those are things I really enjoy doing. But if I created another job for myself, I will be working forever and not getting to my goals. I'll be thinking about what's the next thing I'm going to do in 6 months, not how do I get to time freedom, in the next 3 years. So this becomes really important to me, you guys, for the sole purpose of learning how to better market ourselves so we stand out. We have better offers that actually serves the psychography of our client. That's a whole different conversation. We might know the demographics of our ideal client, but we need to get into the psychographics of what they wake up thinking about every single day. So when I talk on stage and I talk about 5 years ago, having gone through divorce, having gone through a really deep depression, and this is after having a really cool career as a consultant and living the life I thought I really wanted until I got clear on some things. When I start talking about those things, a lot of times people start leaning in. They're like, ooh, I've been there. As an entrepreneur, thanks, Chuck. As an entrepreneur, I've been there. Now, you may not have gone to the extremes that I have. I've been through that depression and anxiety. I've stopped living my life. I was promoted from my new apartment after my divorce to no longer live in that apartment and sleep in my car because I didn't pay my bills. I wasn't working. I wasn't producing anything. And those 2 months of sleeping in my car were the hardest of my life, especially because of that little girl that I mentioned. Okay. I grew up without my dad. And here I was as an adult, an entrepreneur that could do anything, sleeping in my car, being, experiencing homelessness. And I remember, you guys, this is why this is so important to me. I remember the first weekend getting to pick up my daughter for my weekend, not being able to take her anywhere. Like I didn't have a place safe for her to spend the weekend with me. And that hurt as a dad in my daughter's life. I know what that can feel like if I just wasn't in the picture. And I wanted every possibility for her. And so when I picked her up and I said, hey, Lexi, we're going to go out to dinner with the $4 I had left in my bank account. We're going to get some food. I'm going to take you back home to mama. And when I told her that I didn't have my apartment anymore and she understood what I was saying, she looked at me and she literally changed my entire life with one sentence. She said, Daddy, make more money. And blew my mind. Can I tell you how practical, right? And with the last 1 minute of time that I have, I want to share with you how this right here, this should hopefully seem so basic to you. But I'm going to tell you right now, after working with a lot of amazing people like yourselves, entrepreneurs with big hearts, purpose-driven, passionate, and we want more than anything. Like I've heard several of us say, I just want to connect with more of my people. I want, right? What you said you wanted is to connect with more clients, get on more stages. But what we really want is income and significance. I understand what that feels like to say, oh my gosh, all of my experience is so important. It's so valuable, but how do I connect with more of my people? And there are tons of ways that we do that. I focus on strategy first. None of these things, none of the funnels, none of the marketing, none of the emails, none of the brand, none of the design, none of the video work, none of the courses are going to get you there, I promise, until we get this down. This is like step one. From here, we take it into brand development. We start looking at ways that we can accurately describe these 4 pieces of brand. If you want to write these down, this is actually really big. If you want to develop an amazing brand, or if you want to rebrand what you have now, 1, get really clear on who you are as a person. 2, get really clear on who you serve. 3, get really extremely clear on what you actually offer them, your programs and packages. And 4, get really clear on the results that you deliver. Nothing that you do matters if you can't prove the result, especially now because there's a lot of us out there, right? There's a lot of coaches, entrepreneurs, there's a lot of speakers, and we need to stand out against the noise. The only things that separate you from your competition, the other people out there, are those 4 pieces, and namely your results. So this is just step 1, but I promise you, not a lot of people are looking at marketing this way, and they're gray, right? They're right there in the middle. As soon as we put time into this and we start using this kind of languaging, we cut through the noise and we become relevant, and that is going to help you win online. Boom, mic drop.
Thank you, Michael. I like those 4 suggestions at the end on knowing who you are, what you offer, what you're trying to get across, who you're trying to get it across to. That's good advice for any entrepreneur, any speaker, knowing your audience. Good. So now we open this up to question and answer. I'm going to, if you want to ask a question, raise your hand while I figure out how to unmute everybody. And I'm going around, and some people, when I hit the unmute button, it unmutes. Some it doesn't. So I'm thinking some of you have muted yourself. So I cannot unmute. JB, Lena. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm here for you. And especially
Questions.
in the meetup group, I actually just joined the meetup group, so I should be able to see when you post this. I'm in the Facebook group as well. So wherever this goes, if you're watching this on the replay, drop your questions. I'll be able to answer just as well.
Okay. And fire away. And if we can't unmute you, if you type your question in the chat box, I will keep an eye on the chat box. So questions, comments. Somebody jump in.
Well, thank you, Michael. This was very interesting, very helpful. And thank you for the quick overview and the context. It was very helpful and helping us to
Awesome, Barb. Cool. I appreciate that.
Let's see, Jenny's unmuted. Ada's unmuted. Any questions, comments from you?
Well, my comment would be just that I love everything that Michael had to say. And I love the fact that so much of where he's at today started with a simple question from his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
good story.
Yep.
It's about us being able to connect with the people that we want to connect with. And those are the kinds of experiences that a lot of people can relate to, because we all want our kids to be proud of us. We don't want to disappoint them. We want to be great examples for them. We want to be good role models. And so I love the fact that you shared that, and I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, I super appreciate that.
Let me comment on that too. As a speaker and a speaker coach, I would take that story and throw that thing so far up front to set the stage for your motivation. It just says so much about who and what you are and what you're about to give, and the fact that what you've done has been successful. That motivating story will stick with people through your story.
100%. If I can share a quick story, this actually drives another point, kind of sums up a lot of what I just heard. 6 months ago now, I was speaking here in Utah at some friends' events. They do a quarterly event here, and it's for female entrepreneurs. And I brought my daughter. It was the first time she'd ever seen me speak on stage. And, she's doing her thing. She's in the back coloring and doing her thing. And she's being amazing. Like, she's just, at that point, she's 5 and she's doing her thing. And the coolest thing happened when I was being introduced on stage. My friend Omar, who is the MC of this event, he walks up to my daughter and he says, "Hey, do you want to see your daddy dance on stage?" And I'm like, "Oh no, say no, say no." And she's like, "Mm-hmm." And so he brings me up and he says, "Not only am I a speaker, but I'm a male model and I do all these dance poses and all this stuff." So he introduces me, and of course it's a female audience and I have to do it, right? So I go up there and I'm dancing, I'm doing my thing, and they laugh and some of them clap. But meanwhile, she was in the back actually drawing a picture of me from the back with my little booty sticking out with little movement marks like I was shaking it. And it was hilarious. I ended up bringing her up on stage. I didn't know she had drawn this little picture. And, I tell this story, like you said, Chuck, I tell the story about how I was in that situation, that circumstance, and I was really at a low point in my life. And how just her saying that one thing completely shifted my mindset into, oh my gosh, I have the opportunity to impact people, namely my daughter. And how simple, like you said, how simple of a phrase it was that changed everything. And here she is, she's holding this picture. I didn't know what it was at the time. She walks up And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a picture. And I look at it, I know exactly what it is. It's me dancing on stage. And everyone, it was just the most beautiful experience to have spent with my daughter on stage. And none of that would have happened if I would have just sunk back, if I would have played the victim role, if I wouldn't have taken action against the things I really wanted to do in this world. And I'm telling you, if nothing else, this normal guy, okay, sleeping in his car, I'll spare you all the details for time's sake, but going from that position, and maybe you've not experienced that, and this should be motivation for you in a nutshell, but if you're looking at your business, if you're looking at the results and you're like, they're not quite what I want, just remember this totally normal dude sleeping in his car has changed some things and has created some crazy good results. I wish I could tell you all the cool things I'm able to do, but I hope you understand that if you've not slept in your car, you're in a better position than I am, and you can create even more bigger, amazing things. So anyway, Chuck and everybody, I appreciate that. I totally bring my daughter. I remember exactly why I'm doing this every morning. I'm just going to say it like it is. You have that reason why you're still here. We didn't come this far to only come this far. Some of you are doing amazing things in your business. I know that. And I'm telling you, it's the person that starts looking at this. How do we connect with our person instead of falling back into the background, instead of coming at it needs first? You know, for example, when you start telling me what you do, I instantly tune out. I want to know what the result is of what you're doing, right? I want to know what that leads me to. That's the only thing I'm going to care about as your potential client. So when we start reframing some things and talking in terms of the need of and really the wants of our client, we start to get the attention of the people that we deserve to help. So anyway, I could go on and on. I'm going to sip it. And also, guys, if you want to connect further, connect with me on Facebook. That's where I play the most. Send me a friend request. I'm usually full up on friends, but if you send me a message, I will see them every single day. I check my messages. That way, just let me know that you saw me here. So that way, I'll know who you are and where you came from, so I can make some space and we can connect for real.
All right. Michael, do you have any handouts summarizing some of what you said today, or pictures or slide decks, or do you have a book somewhere?
That's all great questions. I'm in the process of writing a book I'm really excited about. That's going to be coming out on my birthday, December 11th of this year. But no, other than that, I put a lot of content on my Facebook. I went strategic here, Chuck. I went super strategic because I knew you'd ask that. I actually did a live video right before doing this live with everyone here on my personal Facebook. Okay. I go into deeper detail, about 23, 24 minutes on this exact topic, because I knew I'd be bringing this here today. So another 25 minutes of content. We go a lot deeper on these ideas, breaking some things down specifically for you. So connect with me there. Just Michael Marcial. There's only a handful of us. There's only one that looks like me. And so just let's connect. You don't even have to send me a friend request. If you don't like me, that's fine. But if you want the content, go to my personal Facebook. You'll see it as of right now. It is, I went live at about 5 o'clock today. That would be 4 o'clock Pacific or 7 o'clock Eastern. And you'll see it on my timeline there.
Okay. Now, for everybody, if you would put your contact information, website information, anything you want in the chat window. One of the things we do is capture the information in the chat window and make that available to every member also. So if you have an offer, you have a book you're trying to sell, if you have a website, Ada has a new daily motivational speech she's doing. Put some kind of an ad in the chat window, and that will get out to everybody that signs on to watch the recording. Okay, any other questions? Oh, there is a question in the chat window from JB. What brought you to Utah?
A tornado, actually. Very seriously, though, it was a tornado. So let's see, I've been out here for 8 years now, coming up in July. And at the same time, it was actually May 22nd of last year. So we're coming up on the 8-year anniversary. I moved from Illinois, which is where I'm originally from, to Joplin, Missouri for about 6 months. And at the very tail end of that time window there, An F5 tornado tore through Joplin, destroyed everything, including all of my possessions. And the company that I was consulting for at the time, they had an opportunity to come out to Utah. I'd never been to Utah, didn't know anything about it, but I decided to take a little adventure and moved out here, and it's been amazing. Great people. If you love the outdoors, it's phenomenal. But that's what brought me here. I was with that company for another 2.5 years before I decided to go out and do my own thing, working with entrepreneurs, coaches, speakers. So yeah, that's what brought me out there. Honestly, it was a tornado, Dorothy in Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's a good line. Okay. The next thing on the typical agenda is Katrina would do a 5 or 10 minute training, and she asked me if I could take care of that. And my God, oh, that's JB with a picture of Katrina. No, Katrina signed on.
Oh my gosh.
Katrina, can you hear us? Katrina, can you hear us?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Surprised to see you.
I'm in the airport, so.
Oh, so you're going to be noisy when the announcements come on.
Yeah, I am. I'll try to figure out.
We're just wrapping up the Q&A from Michael's presentation.
Okay, fun. I'm just listening. Keep going.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do just a 2 or 3 minute, not so much training, but suggestions. When we talk about when we went through our 30-second spiel, and I'm guilty of this, by the way, when we say what we do, who we are, what we're here for, every one of us needs to rephrase it in a way that says, here's the problem we solve. You know, I can say I'm a speaker coach, whoopee. What do I solve? What problem do I solve? What do I fix? Who's my target audience? Those are the types of things that will help you, help me, in what we're trying to accomplish. One other tip, hasn't been brought up today, social media. Everybody has a LinkedIn account, a Facebook account, a Twitter account, Instagram. Make sure you brand yourself with one look and feel. Have the similar or as close as you can to the same banners, logos, headings in every one of them, so that no matter where someone goes, they start to understand who and what you are and get a feel for that and remember you. When they see those banners in different places, they start to remember you more. And my last tip, we asked Michael, I think, Katrina, before you signed on, if he had a book. He has one coming out on his birthday in December. If you don't have a book, consider having a book. And just as a little help and tip, the National Speakers Association Northern California chapter, the meeting in Lafayette, California this Saturday, a fellow named Dan Janel is going to be there speaking about getting your book out. What's your problem? What's your hang up? Why can't you get a book out? Now, Katrina doesn't need that because she has them spouting out of her ears every 32 seconds. She could give that talk too. Maybe she will. But if you're interested, if you go to nsanc.org, Northern National Speaker Association, Northern California, nsanc.org, and sign up for the Dan Janel speaking presentation for the session on Saturday. And if you do, I will see you there. Okay. We are at the 5-minute in the spotlight hot seat. This is where someone raises their hand quickly. We pick them. They take 30 seconds to tell us what problem, what opportunity they have, just something that the group can help with. And then this group just all chimes in while you listen and tries to give you suggestions. So who has an issue, an opportunity, something they would like some help with today? Ada, your hand went up first. Tell us your problem.
Tomorrow,
Can you hear
I'm
me?
going to be doing a trade show for small businesses. And it's been a number of years since I've done a trade show, and it's been in other industries where I have done them. Any suggestions for I've got a banner that will be on the table and handouts and all sorts of stuff. Any suggestions for the best way to open interaction with people as they walk down the aisle?
Katrina.
Can you guys? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're very light, but we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I have a whole ebook on it. I just created actually for trade shows because that's something a lot of people mess up on. And I could give you the link to that later, Ada. But you have to get them with a hook. You can't sit at your table. You have to hook them from right in front of your table. Usually with everything or a drawing, like, hey, do you want to, like, whatever problem, like Chuck was just saying, whatever problem you want to solve. Like, hey, do you want more money in your business? Hey, do you want more time in your business? Hey, do you want more better relationships? You know, if you do, I have a free gift that you can sign up for the Enter to Win. You have to just get them in first, and then you can have a longer conversation. So get them straight to the sign up first, and then after they sign up, then you have a conversation if they have time and if you don't have too many people. But the biggest thing is not to spend a whole lot of time with any one person. You just want to keep funneling them in. And then if someone's really hot and interested, then you can like put in, you know, star their card or star their drawing slip or whatever, and make sure, hey, well, let's schedule a follow-up call. Do you have time on Tuesday? You can always pre-schedule a call with people if they have their calendar there. So that's some of the things I recommend, but there's so much more. And Chuck, I don't know if you're on gallery or not. If you can make it on gallery so everybody can see everybody at the same time, it's much more fun, I think, than just showing one person at a time on the screen.
I'm in gallery mode.
Because it never records.
That's individual.
It's on individual. No, if you see gallery, then you're not in gallery. So on the top, right, if you see gallery, you're not in gallery. You have to click
Well,
on
it
the
says
word
speaker
gallery.
view at the top, but I see all the participants on the screen.
Each person gets to choose how they see it.
I know, but last time you recorded, I think it was just speaker view. Anyways, okay, never mind.
It could have been. No, I'm seeing everybody on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I learn from my mistakes sometimes.
Okay. All right.
So I'm seeing everybody on the screen, and each person can dictate what they see. And back to Ada's question, I like to have a trifold, you know, 8.5 by 11 and trifold handout that has a real grabber on the front. And I say that because, as Katrina says, you want to engage with as many people as you can, and sometimes 5 of them are walking by at once and they're going at a pretty good clip. Spread out 5 of them and hand out 5 at one time. You know, if they don't have time to stop now, give them something. And Katrina always talks about that easy offer, an easy accept type thing. Make an offer that if they sign up with just an email address or a phone number or give you anything, they get a link to something more.
I like that. Thanks, Chuck.
I've got 3 suggestions, if I may.
You may.
First is get Katrina's ebook. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure it is chock full of amazing. Number 2, and I don't know what's in the ebook, so this might be repetition, but 2 is I like to get really social before the event. So if this event has a Facebook, you know, event page, or if there's a place where people are congregating and able to communicate that way, I love to show up that way, connect far enough in advance where people are already expecting you to be there. They see how fun and amazing you are. And then I have a question, but I think I haven't, I already know the answer, but for this particular conference that you're going to, this convention, are the other vendors, are they potential clients of yours as well?
I would suspect some of them are.
Okay, cool. So here's what ends up happening is that everyone's getting contact information. Everyone's trying to do the same land grab of people that are coming past. I don't I've never once set up a table at an event that I've spoken at because it's a lot of work, and I'd love to connect with people that want to talk to me like ASAP right now. And so one of the things that I would do is connect with the other vendors, learn what they've learned, understand what's working for them, that kind of thing. But bigger than that, I go to those things knowing that they all showed up. Maybe they paid to be there, right? They paid their $300 or $500 or $1,000 to be there. They are all marketing their business, or all, you know, out there trying to win as well. And connect with those people that you know you can help, because you already know that they're spending dollars. They're investing to do the thing. They're investing to win, and you can help them do that. So I get really strategic that way. You know, if you can have a helper that's doing the easy stuff, like handing out the whatever you have, getting the attention, great with people, that thing, do that. But you, as the face of your company, go around and schmooze with the other vendors. That's going to be, it's top notch all the time. I do that 100% of the time when there's vendor tables.
Thank you.
And that networking also goes to a lot of conferences, a lot of these things. They have a networking reception before, after a networking lunch or something. Make sure you have a ton of business cards, your little handouts, and stay on the move, engage everyone. The more names you get out of this, the more, because I mean, they've got you there for a reason. The more names you get, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Thanks, Chuck.
And then
Any other final things real quick? We're heading on to 6 o'clock.
I say,
Anybody else?
please
Katrina, can you send me a link to that ebook?
I will. It's actually on my products page now on my website.
Okay, I'll go there.
Jumpstartyourmarketing.com/products.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Just an add-on the hook idea that Katrina shared, I have sometimes used one of those spinning wheels where they can win something and you just have it set up. And they have to sign up to spin the wheel. I haven't done a lot of these.
I've done that, and I found that
That's just
the
what I
more
thought.
you offer for the winner, the more activity you get. Offer an iPad, you're going to get a lot of activity. Even a low-end one, you know, a $600 one, you're going to get a ton of activity.
Although you don't want the people that aren't really good prospects. So,
Well, there's a requirement, yeah.
I say throw in a good package. Like, can you throw in your journal, your coaching call, and maybe a webinar or a video series all together for, say, the top, you're going to pick 3 winners out of your drawing or something to win.
Yeah.
But you have to.
Yeah. If you have a book.
Please have gigantic font on your signs. Big, bold, in your face.
Do you have a book, Jenny?
It's not, it's close, but not ready.
We can help with that too.
You can still give it away. Just say when it comes out, I'll mail it to you.
Yeah.
It's Katrina's trick. Get a picture of the cover and hold it up like it's a real book. Wrap it around a real book and say, look, this is what's coming.
She has an author copy. You have an author copy already. You have a mock-up already. So, but you need to sell pre-orders, sweetie. You need to just take orders and sell pre-orders. Yeah,
okay.
So have an order form.
Okay, we're almost at 6 o'clock. We got about 1 or 2 minutes left. And the last thing on the agenda is, do you have any free gifts, links, events? What's coming up where you want to advertise to the group? What you're about to do, what you're offering?
What you got, Chuck?
I'm not taking anything until August. I've got another 3 months of healing to go through.
Oh,
want to see my scar?
No. How about Michael? Did he already give a free thing or a paid thing?
No free thing.
No, I don't have anything for free other than my content on my Facebook. I would say that's probably the biggest wealth of information that I can offer for free. Other than that, I have my mastermind, which is $5 a month. or $50 a year. Actually, I put a link to that here in the chat. Other than that, I've got my one-on-one programs, which we can figure out if that would make sense at some other point.
Have to go to the $5 a month. Michael's the reason that I'm doing the $7 a month International Entrepreneur Network, you guys. So because he inspired me at over 1,400 members or something when I talked to you in January.
Yeah, we have 3,400, 3,500 members now.
Dude, that is my goal. Woohoo! That's rockstar.
That's impressive.
Right?
Anyone else have something they're giving away, something they're going to be doing, an event? We know Ada's doing an event in the near future, this week or next. Anyone else? Barbara.
Well, my event. Oh, go ahead.
I put in the chat box that I have a free ebook entitled The 10 Biggest Copyright Mistakes Anyone Can Make That Can Land You in Court. And you'll be able to find it through on my
I'm going to look for that.
You guys got to get that. It's so amazing. Managecopyright.com.
Right.
Yeah. Good job.
Awesome. Anybody else?
I have
Other announcements? Katrina, any closing words?
I have my Speaker Success Bootcamp in June, you guys. Honestly, it's great for newer speakers, for seasoned speakers, because most people are not doing all they need to do to monetize every speaking gig, and they're not getting as many speaking gigs as they can. So I highly recommend you guys check it out. And you can use a coupon code to get in for $100 off this week if you want. I can't get to the chat room, but it's jumpstartspeakerevent.com, jumpstartspeakerevent.com. The promo code is 100OFF, 100 off, all one word. And then I'll give you $100 off the general ticket or the VIP.
What was the website again?
Jumpstartspeakerevent.com.
One word?
Yeah. And the VIP actually gives you a 5-minute video.
I believe it's now in the chat window.
Thank you. $100 off. So it's 100 capital O capital F is the promo code this week. If you use it.
Okay.
So would love to see
Thank you, everybody. I have to go. Thank you for the inspiration and the tidbits.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. If no one has any closing words, we will sign off at this point. Thank you again, Michael.
See you next
Katrina,
month.
thank you for joining us at the end. Do you have anything else?
Save the chat.
I'm going to save the chat right now.
You don't have to. My assistant puts it up on the website, remember? So you guys know where to find the recordings, right? You could put that URL in the chat, I suppose, so people that are still on can put it.
I did.
Okay, you did. Good. It'll be up there probably by tomorrow afternoon with the chat.
All right, and I am recording, and I'm going to stop the recording in about 5 seconds. Thank you all. Nice seeing all of you again that I've seen before, and nice meeting you, Michael.
Hey, pleasure being here. Thanks, everybody. Looking forward to connecting.
Thanks,
Take care. We are signing out.